Hey guys, Troy Dooley, MLMNewsTalk.com. This is a brand new website that we will be launching full bore in June. You can also pick this up over at MLM Help Desk. We are, I tell you what, June, July is going to be a phenomenal time. It's the summertime. It's a time when truly a lot of network marketers take the time off. They relax, they enjoy, and I think that's awesome. But it's also a time of phenomenal growth. Hey, we're going to cover a lot in today's newscast. One of the first things that I want to mention is somebody that I've come to respect over the years. Has been just truly a phenomenal leader in my book. And I talked with some people in March, some great friends of hers who said, Troy, it looks like she's going to be leaving the company, and it's Rita Davenport. Rita has retired from Arbonne, 20 years. Started out as a rep, became the president of that company. Phenomenal woman. And I'm going to tell you what, I'm going to make a prediction that Arbonne has made a mistake. They let her go. They should have paid her more money. They should have given her longer vacations. They should have let her give more money to charity. This gal, I call her the first lady of MLM. I believe that she walks her walk. She has created leaders in the field that just adore her and love her. Two such ladies over there, Dana Collins and Donna Johnson both. I've gotten to appreciate those ladies. And the praise and the love that they have for Rita is something else. Now, you can't keep a good woman down. I'm going to tell you that right now. So one of the things that we're going to do is we're going to be sharing about Rita. You're going to be able to go and you can go to RitaDavenport.com. You're going to see the power of this woman. If you need a good trainer, I started to say a CEO, but if you need somebody that's a coach, somebody that's passionate, one of the things that I love about her, listen to this, because here she is. She's running this company. And the funny thing is, not only has she been running it, praising the field, taking care of stuff, but last year they actually received an outside award. We'll put this up on the blog post for one of the fastest corporate turnarounds. And I know that Kay Napier is kind of the gal that's the CEO, and they brought her in, and she's a phenomenal businesswoman. But it's the power of the field. There's a book I just finished up. I always lose my books, but it's Onward by Howard Schultz. And I tell you what, if I was everybody at Arbonne, I'd be reading that book. Because Howard Schultz was able to turn Starbucks around, and he did it by the human connection, and that's what Rita's at. And one of her programs over here that I love, she's got a few of them, but one of them says, what goes around comes around. And I believe in her case, that's exactly what's going to happen. She is going to be a rock star. But here's the one that I believe is the best there is. It's not about setbacks, it's about comebacks. Phenomenal woman. Rita, we love you. We love everything that you mean to this industry. We are going to, at least this young man is going to be promoting everything I can, because I want to see Rita Davenport out there rocking it out where she belongs. Great gal. If you want to know more about Dana Collins or Donna Johnson, they are RSS women. Look at this, man. I got this week. The girls of RSS sent me a beautiful little thing of cookies. Great gals, man. If you guys can't see them, those are the gals. And man, it's just powerful. I love this kind of stuff. This is what it's about right there. Hey, something else out there. Y'all know that I'm leaving Ignite 360. They've made a decision to go a different direction, but I want you to look right here. Brand new edition of Direct Selling News. How does your company stack up in the cloud? Listen, if you're a corporate CEO, top sales, and you're trying to figure out what do we do? Do we need a CRM program? What kind of cloud services do we need? You need to call over to Ignite 360. Just call over there and talk to Anthony Corono. He's the COO of that company. And look, just because they're not going to be building a sales force, they have some phenomenal services that can help you in your company, especially startup companies. And when it comes to marketing, when it comes to web development, stuff like that, these guys are top notch. 15,000 different organizations over the last decade that they've been able to service. Phenomenal stuff, audio, media, streaming, you name it, good people. And yes, that's a plug for them. I appreciate what those guys have done, and I believe that they've got some services on the B2B side that can truly help people. What else is going on out in the world? Hey, this right here, I'm going to share something with you I think is powerful. You don't see this all the time. This comes out of the Primerica newsroom. Listen to this. Net operating profits climb. Okay, this is the first quarter, and they're already up 27%. Listen to this one here. Citigroup is selling another 12 million shares because the stock is holding steady. I thought that was phenomenal, but this one right here is the best yet. Duluth-based Primerica holds first annual meeting in 20 years. The last time they held their own stockholders meeting was when it was the A.L. Williams Corporation. Man, I am so proud of what these guys have done and the way that they have taken it. We're going to put a video up. You can see it over at the blog. We're not going to put it over here in the newscast, but you can see it. It's rock solid. Some great stuff. Other stuff in the news today. Let's look at what we've got going here. Art Meekin, one of the legendary network marketers out there. I met Art about 1.5 years, 2 years ago for the first time. We started talking on the telephone. He's been a guest blogger over on my blog. And it's amazing because it goes back to what Rita Davenport said, what comes around goes around. Between 75 and 79, Art was at Shackley building something. Then he went on over to Watkins, another company that I happen to love. I use their products on a regular basis. Built the #1 distributorship. Over the last couple, 3, 4, 5 years, he's been a consultant, been working at the corporate level, and this year has decided to go back out into the field. 33 years later, he's back at Shackley with my good friends Bo Short and Ty Tribble. And I tell you what, could not think of a better guy. I mean, for Ty Tribble and Bo Short to be able to bring on Meekin, that's just unbelievable. Art is a phenomenal guy, guys. I mean, this is great. We're gonna put this press release up over at the blog because this is the kind of stuff that gets us excited. Now, here's some other great news that came out. This is great. It's one thing when you have an Art Meekin that's going out and doing something. It's another thing when families say, we're making ourselves a new home. And I got this in from Evolve. And this is rock doggone solid when you see what is happening and the way it is. Ryan and Jenny Chamberlain. I mean, these folks have done some phenomenal stuff. They're Floridians down here in Florida with us. They have decided we are going home. Now, Jenny's a singer and a songwriter. You can't beat it. One of her first albums, How Awesome Are You, was ranked 16, in the top 30 charts in indie music. I mean, this is some beautiful stuff. Ryan has been a speaker and an author for ages. They are going and making their home over at Evolve, but it doesn't stop there. Les and Crystal Whitaker over in Oklahoma have said, we're going to go and make Evolve our new home. I believe, I've said this from day one, Evolve was more than just water. It wasn't because my mentor, Garrett McGrath, was over there. It was because I was watching the underneath side. I saw what they were doing. Then all of a sudden they bought a Zowie and they brought in some powerful products. I said last week that I think Visalis and Evolve should go over there to Networking Business Journal and buy some advertising and compete. Friendly competition's good, but these guys are rocking this thing through. And when you check out the Whitakers, you're going to find in the last 26 years they have shot to the top of everything they've done. And now they've made their home over here at Evolve. And I've said from day one, what makes a great company is the people. When you've got rock solid people in the field, that's what takes a company to the biggest levels. That's what shocks the world in what's going on. And I believe that. My good friend and fellow advocate Lynn Clements has brought out a new news report that I think is great. He brings up something that Jimmy Gilhouse and I talk about all the time. Is it an industry versus a profession? Is it a profession versus an industry? And I think he says this the best. And here's how he says this. He says, let's get this out front right now. Being an MLM distributor is a profession within the industry of multi-level marketing. I think it's within the industry of network marketing, but I see where Lynn is going with this. Phenomenal piece. You've got to read the whole thing. You'll have to do it over on the blog. But he's done some great stuff. Industry trends. Showing the industry trends here is phenomenal because he sees that we're moving up. I think that's good. Other news, Rod Cook, another one of my mentors, great guy, has reported this week that Sherman Henderson is passing the mantle over at Lightyear Network Solutions, the parent of Lightyear Wireless. Now, there's some interesting things that have taken place. Josh Henderson, Sherman's son, launched the MLM division 7-8 years ago. Josh this last year just launched a brand new energy network marketing company. It's going to be powerful, and I'm going to be watching. Sherman may be saying, I want to go over and help my son. I want to be able to do some great stuff. You know, Sherman's passion was to take his company public, and he did that. And I think that's a wonderful thing. Man, just some great stuff going on in the industry right now. Passionate stuff that's going on. We reached out to, what is it, Regenisa Corporation, the Ethos International, reached out to them. I wanted to get their input. We've heard a lot of propaganda being shot across the wire saying, hey, the FDA gave them approval on their products. We reported last week that the FDA had questioned their products and that they had pulled those products on their own. Great move on their part. The company has not responded back to us yet. As soon as we have an official press release, something from the FDA, we will continue that report, let you know what's going on. Folks, I also want to let you know on Monday on Radio for Your Mind, we will be starting Tom Hopp's book, Time Out, Winning Strategies for Playing a Bigger Game of Life. This will be the second time. A year ago I went through this book. It is a great book. And this is going to be a new product. I'm collaborating with Tom on a brand new project. This is going to be part of that project. You need to get this. Be on our radio show, Radio for Your Mind. It airs 9 to 9:30. You can catch it in an iPod. You can do it in the archives, whatever, if you can't get it live. But be watching it. Also in June, and I'm going to let you go, I'm going to be starting a new radio show. It's going to be in the evening times. I don't know if it's going to be once a day or once a week. It's going to be called Secrets That Men Keep. And I tell you, the catalyst was after I went to the Real Savvy Success Conference for females. I started seeing what these ladies go through, some of the struggles that they had as women, as moms, as wives. And I decided, you know what, I'm going to address this from a male standpoint, and we're going to be doing this radio show. You don't want to miss it. If your company needs to be mentioned in the news, if we need to do a review on that company, if you need some consulting work done, give us a ring. Let us know how we can help. Remember, live life like it's an epic adventure. I'll see you at the top. Bye now.